Heyo, what's happening? Always anticlimactic. Hey, RJ, Jason Wade, Jason Motor Trucking Wade. Let me try to. I can't get. Can I? Oh, there we go. Oh, I guess that kind of works. I was trying to make the OBS screen. Oh heck, we live, yo. We'll do it live, man. Right there, Alex. Jake, what up? Late night one, I gotta be honest, I am pretty tired. Should be able to hear me okay. There we go. You look like you've hit full winter. I have. We are in full winter mode, which means that you are in full summer mode, Sam. Something about RJ. Yeah, RJ was here. I saw his comment up there. Playing through tonight. Same thing as always, my Axe Effects. So tonight, hey, Mike, you made it. China Guitar Skeptic. Tonight I figured we'd talk about making Les Paul sound like a Tele. A lot of people were asking about the Led Zeppelin video I just did. And I saw a couple different comments. I've seen this like for a long time. But they were just like, how'd you get your Les Paul to, like, it sounds like a Tele almost, you know? It's a really bright sounding guitar. Just got a free super chat from YouTube. Can you play some Led Zeppelin? Well, thank you so much for your super chat. Can I play some Zeppelin? Listen, you ain't gotta tell me twice to play some Zeppelin. There's a bunch of Zeppelin for you. Thank you for the super chat. But yeah, I figured I'd talk about how I like to dial in this Les Paul in particular. I use the same actual tone patch for a lot of this stuff, but I do a couple of different things different for each guitar depending on the tone that I'm going after. I never really try to like perfectly dial in anybody's tone because I don't really care about, you know, getting anyone else's tone. But sometimes I like to get a flavor, the ocean, the flavor of the person's tone in there. And for me, you know, Jimmy, in my opinion, is always trying to make his Les Paul sound like a Telecaster or single coils. You know, he just seems to have a very single coil sound. Even when he's playing his Les Paul, he has all those switches to, you know, cut the pickups and phase and blah, 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 and all the other things that it does that I don't do about. But I'm going to be doing a video about his Les Paul very soon because it's really fascinating, the switching. But anyways, I thought I would just give you my simple approach to making a Les Paul sound more Tele-ish, you know. I think you can't out-Tele a Tele. Boot camp, I pulled the trigger, ready. Oh, man, thank you so much. Yeah, anybody who's, you know, gotten the rock and roll boot camp, thank you so much. If you want to, it's still available. It'll be available tomorrow, and then the 50% thing's going to end. And it's going to be, I don't know, I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow, too. I'm so excited about it. I'm really glad that a bunch of you, you know, were cool enough to go check it out. Whether you bought it or not, that's a whole other thing, but just the people who have clicked on the link to even, you know, give it a shot. I really appreciate it. Would you ever consider owning a Gretsch? I'd love to own a Gretsch. Yeah, I like Gretches a lot. Rick, been learning a bunch from you. Oh, well, thank you so much, Rick. Guys talking in the chat. Robert, did you go to Metronome for the PRS thing? I was there. Yes. Well, what's funny is I wasn't initially going there for that. A buddy of mine works there, and it's not like too awful far from me. And he's like, you got to come in and try the new Fender Ultra stuff. And I was like, okay, yeah. So I was getting ready to head over there anyways. And Chris, the manager over there, texted me. He's like, hey, you should come in and try these PRS. I was like, oh, I was literally getting ready to come over there anyways. So I played one of the new ones that they have. There's some stuff that they're doing that's really, really cool. I don't think they have announced it yet, so I'm not going to say what it is. But some really, really cool stuff that PRS is doing. I played one of the Fender Jazzmaster Ultras, and I really liked it. The necks felt really, really nice on them. Thought it was bare knuckle boot camp pickups you bought. No. I haven't found a pair of bare knuckles that I like. You have the boot camp? Thank you so much. Yeah, like I said, it's available. It's 50% off. It's down there, linked in below in the description. There'll be a video saying that it ends tomorrow. So tonight, like I said, tomorrow's live stream is going to be geared more towards like, a Q&A kind of for the guitar course. But tonight, I just wanted us to hang out and chill and play some riffaroonies. But anyways, I can sum up the whole Tele question about the Les Paul Tele thing right away. For one, this guitar has a little bit of an edge to it. So if you're not familiar, this is my KM. It has a maple neck. So the maple neck, I think, is really, it gives it a lot of snappiness to it. But really, to me, to make any Les Paul sound like a Tele, is what I do is I dial my amp really, really bright. So here's my tone knob all the way up on the guitar, and I'll let you hear the tone. It's too bright. I don't like this tone, but I'll show you what I do here in a minute. So to me, that's pretty bright for a Les Paul tone, but it sounds way more Tele-ish, especially in the middle position. Excuse me. Because what I do is I dial my tone bright on every amp that I have with every guitar. A guitar that has a tone knob, anyways. If it doesn't have a tone knob, that changes everything. But I dial all of my amps bright because I like to have the majority. I talked about this when I did the Strat Tone live stream a couple weeks ago. I like to have the majority of my, actual tone control of my overall sound on these guys, on my hands. I don't want to rely on anything else. So what I do is, if I want my Les Paul now with this bright tone to sound more like a Les Paul, switch from Guitar Hack to this kid. If I want my Les Paul to sound more like a Les Paul now, I just roll my tone knob down. And I take a lot of that high out, and now it warms up. It gets that darker Les Paul sound. If I want to go back to Tele, I can go, crank the tone knob up. So just listen to it for a second, and you'll hear exactly what I'm talking about. I'll turn the mic off so you can hear better audio. So I'll do Tele-ish Les Paul first, and then thicker traditional Les Paul. Hi, James. So I don't know how well that's going to come across for you guys, but it's quite a bit, it's way darker. To me, that sounds like a Les Paul. This sounds like a Tele. You're not a fan of the newer Fender, the Ultra colors? Yeah, I didn't care for a lot of the colors, but the necks I liked, quite a bit more. I really liked the necks. And my buddy, both of them told me, they're like, it's more like a Charvel neck. And I tried it, and sure enough, they were way more like Charvel. Yeah, it's still beefy. But really, that's it. Yeah, it's single coilish type of tone. Obviously, a lot of it has to do with the pickups in this guitar, and you know, a darker Les Paul will be a little bit trickier. But that's why I always dial my tone so bright and biting, is because I like to control it from the guitar itself. Get that kind of cocked wah sound. Even maybe get a little bit of that woman tone. A little bit too much. What? How's he do it? I can't remember now. Can I get a maple neck Les Paul? You know what? I think the Zakk Wylde signature ones are all maple necks because they were based off of his 70-something Les Paul. If you really want a maple neck, you know, the majority of the Les Pauls from the 70s come with maple necks on them. I found it's actually probably more rare to find a Les Paul from the 70s that has a mahogany neck on it than it is one with maple. Nowadays, it's the opposite. You know, a lot of them come with mahogany. Like my gold top is mahogany. Guess what I did today? Bought a Friedman vintage tee with P90s. You suck, man. Whoa. I saw that, dude. I saw your picture. That guitar is smoking. I literally play mine every single day. So you will be happy, man. Brian, you know, it's they're incredible guitars. Quinn, Alex. And congratulations, you know. I'll tell you, you know, basically a Tele Deluxe with P90s in it, you cannot go wrong. I wish, I don't think Ron's in here, but Ron, another buddy of mine, he just got one too. So, let's game, brosive. As Paigey said, they all sound like a Les Paul. You turn it up enough. Yeah, actually, that's a really good point. That was one of the things I wanted to point out. I didn't make a list this time. I have a little bit too much distortion on here to do this, because what happens is if you add too much distortion to any guitar, to me it loses all of its characteristics. You know, other than a Strat, I think a Strat is the only one, because of the neck position, that even with a lot of gain, it can still, you know, cut through enough to be like, oh, that's a Strat. But Les Pauls, Teles, a lot of them, you add enough distortion on there, and it's like, I don't know, it loses all the subtleties and the characteristics that make the, you know, the sound. Every guitar I own, done deal, bro. Yeah, see, I forgot you had the Cali too. Well then, Brian, you'll have to just wait and see what I have on the way, and see if we can sway you into creating the trifecta. 70s guitars, a lot of natural finishes, gold hardware, big scratch plates. Yeah, you know, everything about the 70s is basically like oversized. And a lot more of the more plain colors. Like this is, you know, it's a plain top, so. Nice. This is off topic, but I'm wondering if the Boss Katana Mark II is as good as they say. Thanks. I haven't played the Mark II. I played one of the original ones. I've only ever played the Boss stuff once or maybe twice, if I remember correctly, and it sounded really good, like the old ones. So I don't have any experience with the newer ones, I'm afraid, but. You know, the little one that I like, the older version that I played was really, really nice. Baker Friedman hype surprise. Yeah, I'll send you a picture of it, man. The hype is real. But yeah, but there's the Tele Les Paul. Oh, it's not a Pine Tele. No. It's not a Tele, I'll tell you that. this is one that I did a video on it already, one of them, and they told me I couldn't I couldn't have it. Like I couldn't buy it from them because it already had sold. By the time it got to me, the guitar had sold, so I couldn't buy it. But so I had to wait, and I was like, well, if I'm gonna wait, then I'm gonna just get the exact one that I want and not settle. So the wait has been intense, but I can tell you, it'll be worth it. Let me turn. I'm gonna kick the gain up a little bit here and go full rock mode. Now that we got the Tele talk out of the way, now I can just enter full on distortion. I tend to keep the pickups on my guitars lower. I lower almost all of them. This one is really high, so this is one of the exceptions. Sorry, I can't stop coughing. You can see that bridge pickup is high, but the neck I have wound way down on it. So on most of my guitars, like my Strats, I lower the pickups real low on all of them. Grover Jackson is a god. Yeah, Grover's my favorite builder. But just started headbanging. Oh, nice. Here we go. Let's do it. All right. Tell your son, get ready to headbang. Big Red Tower. Sorry, I meant to say hi to you earlier. I'm sorry. Oh, whoa. When I got that Vola, you played RNA music. The middle pickup. But yeah, yep. If you got the one that I was playing, I have to wind the middle pickup like all the way down. So you get any 3 pickup guitar that I own, that middle pickup is like flush with the pick guard. That's my little man still rocking. He hasn't played it much, I'll be honest. The pickups are surprisingly not hot. I have to run like a lot of distortion with this guitar if I wanted to get it to sound like this, where it's like real smoking. I don't have any delay on it right now. I feel like the guitar really comes alive, but when I add delay to it, it has the reverb. But when I add the delay, that to me is when the guitar like you really like it just it's like it opens it up more. Turn this off. Sorry. My hands are like, what are you doing? I'm not ready for this. You didn't warm up. Might not be guitar. Yeah, like I said, I just wanted a guitar to be something fun. Like he was inspired. He might come back to it. I quit playing guitar when I first started. My picking part. I love all of Troy Grady's stuff. It's really, 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 really good stuff. You teach guitar. Any recommendations for an electric for a 6-year-old? The Squire Mini Strat is about all I can find. Yeah, I would go the Squire over the First Act, but I would, if at all possible, take it to a tech and have them see if there's anything they can do to possibly like shave the nut down, or if do they have truss rods? I don't even know if they have truss rods on those little guitars. Hopefully they do, but Robert, what does it say? I just thought. So the game, yeah, it's all the game. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, your comment got hidden. You're fine. It auto flags comments sometimes. The best of both worlds. Hold on, let me turn the delay off. For riffs, the delay messes me up. Such a fun song. I was trying to learn the other day. I can't do it yet. I have to practice it more because I haven't practiced it at all since I started. Hot Summer Nights. It's such a cool intro. I don't have to like really practice it because I definitely don't have it. But yeah, the Hot Summer Nights in my radio. Sweet little guitars. Oh yeah, I haven't seen a mini last pop, but those would be cool too. Man. How's he go? Can't remember what he does. I don't know where he hits it at. Where's he hit it at? Something like that. Something like that. Hey, baby, make it nice and sweet. Played in open position in this time bird. Oh, that's why it's so hard to play. Like, how is he playing these chords? That makes a lot of sense. But nice ESPs today. Playing with how good they were. Nice, yeah. Like I said, I haven't played a lot of ESPs. Have you gone in depth as to why Page may have heard the Tele in studio, but Les Paul live? Yeah, I talked about that, I think, a little bit in one of my earlier Jimmy Page videos. And I think it's just because of sound issues back in the day. The humbuckers were just quieter. Single coils can be kind of a nightmare, depending on your venue. Sorry, I need to quit looking at the chat when I'm talking. But, yeah, they can be a total nightmare. whenever you're doing a live show, the lights, all kinds of stuff. Even in just this room, a lot of stuff messes with it. My buddy Michael was talking to me, Brian, about the guitar that I was just talking to Brian about. That's on the. How do you use the 6th in Dorian licks? I don't know. Like your major 6? Just like that? I was watching a video Brett Papa did. I can't think of the guitar player's name, but he was talking about using his major 6 in kind of that Dorian way. But almost like inside of his pentatonics. And I thought it was a really, really interesting way of doing that. The way, like I said, he would take like a normal lick. And he was incorporating that major 6, so I guess that's almost Dorian. Yeah. In there somewhere. I don't know. I really don't. I don't do much Dorian, to be honest. I pull a lot of stuff from it because I do the major 6 a lot, but it's more like in the like a pentatonic, like rock context, you know. So I like that. That's why, like I said, when he did that, I can't think of that guy's name. He was amazing. It was Brett, Corey. I can't think of his name, and the other guy. I don't know. He was so good. They both are. But he was talking about using that major 6, and I'm like, that's such an interesting way to do that, because a lot of times what I like to do is I use the major 6, but I use it up here. I guess I don't utilize it the way he was doing it in his lower octave, and I like a lot of times to go to like my minor 7. Oh, don't do that, jeez. Right, so I'll end like a minor 7. But instead of going down there, he was going to his major 6. So I thought that was really, really cool. Because it's way more like fusion-y. Jeff McLean, there it is, yep. Jeff's such a tasteful player. And, so it was just a really, really cool thing that he was doing. And I was like, oh, man, I need to, like, have that more. I'm having a lot of fun and already learning from your new beginner bootcamp course. Oh, thank you so much, Brian. It's fun and motivating. Well, I'm so glad, dude. I like I said, I legitimately, like, I was honestly worried. I was like, no one's going to buy this stinking thing because, like, it took so long and it was so much work to go through it. I'm like, I'm gonna like spend all these months doing this, and ain't no one gonna buy it except for, you know, me and probably my mom or something like that. But I'm glad that people have really, really been digging it. I think one of the surprising like hit sections, and I've gotten a bunch of emails from people. Real positive stuff about the course. Next week, I'm going to be adding guitar profiles for all the tabs if I can. I saved all the hard copies on my computer, so I think I can transfer those to Guitar Pro. So I'm going to be adding those next week, and a couple of little editing things that I have to go in there and fix some just like dead space that's in the video. What time is Robert's live chat tomorrow? I don't know exactly when it'll be. It'll probably be more in the middle of the day. So there will be a video going live at 10 a.m. tomorrow, announcing that the guitar course is closing for now, and then I'll be doing a live kind of like Q&A about it. Like, it can be about whatever we want. It doesn't have to be just about it. But I'll be doing like a live video. I'm thinking probably around 1 or 2 in the afternoon, so like Eastern time. I'll probably do it then. That's whenever my mom and my son are gonna go have lunch. So, do you have any favorite Randy Road Slicks? Ooh, I do have a couple of Randy Road Slicks. I'll show you here in just a second. But yeah, anyone who wants the course, that is linked in the description for you. But anyways, like I said, it was when I was shooting the course. I'll do the Randy Road Slicks here in just a second. When I was shooting the course, it was definitely like a little bit heartbreaking whenever my wife started helping me shoot them, and I was like, I think I need to scrap like everything that I've already shot and shoot it again now with 3 cameras. I was like, oh my god. But I like the way it turned out so much better. It was worth it. But what I was going to say before was one of the surprise favorite sections from people was the tone dialing section. I've gotten a lot of people who really liked. I took my Marshall amp. I didn't want it to be like the Friedman or the Rev, like a more like boutique amp. I just took like a normal amp, the Marshall, and I just showed how I would dial it in, and I kind of tried to explain my reasoning behind what I was doing. I was like, well, whenever you're cranking the gain up, you're adding a lot more low end, because a lot of times when people add a lot of gain to their sound, they don't accommodate the tone and kind of pull that bass back a little bit. And that's why tones get flubby. And I don't know a lot about what I'm talking about, but I know what my ears are telling me. And I'm like, yo, you just cranked your gain up. You've added so much low end. You have to back the bass off. So if you're doing like a high gain stuff, that's why like this tone right now that I have in the Axe Specs, I have the bright switch turned on because I have a lot of distortion. So you have to make up for that low end, and I'm adding the bright switch. So. Oh, Mike, you're doing yours at 3 p.m. UK time. So that is, I think you guys are 5. Do you know how many hours ahead you are of New York time, Mike? I think you're 5 or 6 hours. I can't remember. But anyways, that's whatever I was just blabbing about. But Randy Rhoads, like one of my favorite ones that I ever saw Randy do. He did 2 of them, and it was on the live album that they released, and it was his lick from I don't know. I'm trying to think of the song. And he has one he goes like this. Like that lick there, like I love that. And then the Crazy Train, he goes that walking up chromatically. So I like those a lot. Brian says the beginner course is incorrect. It's more of a beginner course for those that already have kind of a clue. Yes, exactly. You're totally right, Brian. That's why I tried to make sure in the descriptions and when I've talked about it, I wanted to make sure that people knew it's not total beginner. It's not like if you've never picked up a guitar before. That's why I recommend that you have your basic chords under your fingers. You know how to read tablature already. Then you're going to be able to really utilize the course. But if you've never tuned a guitar before, like that kind of stuff, it's totally not the course for you. You need a course that's going to teach you the names of the strings and all that. This is not the course. This is a course for people who, for me, I found some of the hardest transitions for me as a player was out of that beginner phase where I knew a couple chords, but I couldn't play solos. I couldn't play riffs. I couldn't really do much yet. And I just kind of, you look at the world of guitar and it's this, ever expanding universe. I'm like, I don't know what to learn here. So it's just kind of meant to be a little bit of a structured approach to someone who is at that point and wants to kind of pick a path, and if their path is more of like a rock guitar player, concepts, then that was what I was going for with it. Randy, I don't play Randy well, so don't worry. But I do love that lick though. Like it was just that chromatic idea, and it changed a lot of like how I was thinking of stuff. Sean Tubbs lick. I haven't practiced that one in a while. All right, I think it's time to switch guitars. What I'm talking about. Let me do this for a second here. There we go. See if I can not knock everything over. Actually getting kind of hot. One moment. All right, Brian. Here it is. Classic rock. What else is there? Exactly. Exactly. Switcheroo, yeah. I'm still look at that doorknob on that door. Anybody who's tuning in who hasn't been to other live streams is I haven't had a doorknob on this door for I don't know 2 years I think. And the last live stream I finally had one on there. So this is only the second live stream. Bit of a drive for you, but you're going to Pete Thorne's clinic in Pittsburgh. I will not be there at that. A really good friend of mine. Some of you guys might know him. He's an amazing guitar player, Sam Colson. He played with, he did YouTube stuff for a while, and he's played with different bands. He was Asia's guitar player for a while, and he is on the We Will Rock You Queen musical tour. He's the lead guitar player. So they're going to be about an hour from me. So I'm going to drive up there. Actually, I got to see if he messaged me back. And hopefully just kind of hang out with him. I won't get to stay now to watch the show. I have some other stuff that I unfortunately have to go do. But I'm really excited to get to hang out with Sam. I missed him each time he came through with Asia. I didn't get to see him. But this time our schedules lined up. I'm not traveling. He's here. He's not like 5 hours away from me. It's like an hour, and I'm like, oh, dude. I was like, let me know what day you'll be in, and we can I'll drive up and we can hang out and jam and just bro it up. What method of payment do you take on your courses? On the courses on the website, there's 2 different ones. It's PayPal or Stripe, and Stripe is more for credit cards, and PayPal is more for PayPal. And like debit cards and stuff like that. What scale neck do you prefer? I think I prefer 25.5. I like the tension. I like whenever the guitar it like fights a little bit. I guess it might seem weird, but. Some Warren D. Martini. There you go. That's how it goes. Coughs right in the middle, right? I need delay for Warren. Oh yeah. Can't remember how it goes. Yeah. Nope. It's close. It's almost in there. I can't remember how that song goes. That's what it is. I was like, I have to remember how that goes. There it is. I'm gonna love you till the end of time, I don't know any David Gilmour, I'm afraid. Loving you is a dirty job. I'm trying. How does that one go? Huh. Then it goes. That crazy pentatonic run he does. Warren's the best, man. I love his style so much. Play a $1,900 Strat. If you pay $1,900 for a Strat, we can't be friends. Sorry. What? Depends on the Strat. Round and round. Hold on a second. Notice the guitars that hang on that wall over there tend to go out of tune. I don't know if it's the wall hangers or what. Rat has so many good ones. I saw the other at Guitar Center. Classic Info laughing. Oh yeah, they are. They're expensive. Yeah. I don't think I could pay that much for a normal Strat. You know, they're really really nice. I'll give them that. They are nice, but they're more than what I like. I guess because I guess the features that are on the Ultras, I just don't care about. You know, I think that it's cool that they're doing stuff. Like, by all means, I want, Fender's trying to do new things. But I'm like, I don't know, I'm so used to a normal Strat. I'm like, I don't care if the heel is different. I mean, look, playing a Tele, I obviously don't care about my hand hitting that block. And noiseless pickups, I have not found a set of noiseless single coils that I like more than the noise of a single coil. Any deep purple? What was the one we used to do? I can't remember how it goes now. We covered one. What was the deep purple song we covered? It actually it's like a organ kind of intro. I can't remember how it goes. I can't think of it now. Way Cool Junior. I love Way. The 8-course package. Hang off on that one. So I will be doing a Black Friday sale on the other my 8-course bundle. That will be on sale again for Black Friday. It's a little bit closer. You know, I don't like to run stuff so close together when I'm like putting stuff on sale and trying to like sell it. Just because I don't want it to seem like I'm constantly like being like, hey, buy this, buy this, buy this. You know, I try not to do that, but it was unfortunate. I got sick and it pushed when I would get the boot camp done back a month. So that was supposed to come out a month ago. And then my release date was actually the same exact week that Paul Davids was doing his. So, you know, I was like, dude, I was doing my guitar course. He's like, oh no. I was like, I'll just wait. I'll go the week after you. Or it was like 2 weeks after him or something. So I waited a little bit more while he was doing his, because I always try not to like step on other people's toes and, you know, stuff like that whenever they're doing their courses. That way it's not just a bunch of people, because, you know, if someone wants his course over mine, it's like, well, by all means, you know, go check his stuff out. I just think it like helps clear everyone out. And obviously Paul is, you know, substantially larger channel than mine, but you know, I always try to be super conscious of when other people are doing stuff and not trying to bog the community down with all this stuff. So tell us about if it's for a newbie. My other 8 courses are not geared towards beginners. They're certainly intermediate to advanced. I'm still working on reshooting some of those. I'm updating some of the older parts of those courses, but those are not. And my new course, the Rock and Roll Boot Camp, which will unfortunately be ending tomorrow. So all of my stuff is only really available for 1 week at a time. You know, and the reason I do that is because people can message me directly through my website and like through the school essentially, and I prioritize those messages over everyone else. You know, not to be a jerk, but I'm just kind of like, you know, if you're paying for this guitar instruction, the least I can do is respond. And I try to make sure I don't miss comments. I'm sure some of them get sent to spam by mistake, and I might miss them on accident. But you know, that's kind of the way like my emails go, because I get so many emails. It's like, okay, emails from students that are in my online schools. Then I go to like the contact submissions on my website and all that, and then like normal emails. And it's just I just have to do it that way. Otherwise, I'm just 24/7 answering emails and not really getting much done. I use Dragonheart picks. I just bought picks today. They weren't. I got some Jazz 3s again to try them, but boom, right there, bam, Dragonheart picks. I'll get the Strat here in a minute. The Strat is tuned back up to standard, so I got to get it tuned down a half step. I've been a beginner now for 30 years. Well, you know what? We're all beginners, aren't we? We're all beginners at some degree. Oh, sorry, I got sidetracked though. Yeah, someone was asking, So yeah, the 8-course bundle, not for beginners. The new course that's out right now, but is ending tomorrow, that is for beginners. So that one, and then for, like I said, for Black Friday, the other courses will be on sale, and that'll be it pretty much, for the year. As far as courses and sales and all those things go. Oh. I do have the part 2 of the Rock and Roll Boot Camp. I've been working on that now the past couple weeks, on and off in free time. I'm hoping to this coming week. I want to try to. I tell you what's brutal is in the past, because I haven't released a new guitar course in 2 years actually, and I forgot how intense it is to like put all the content together and edit it and tab it and all that stuff. And I did it, and in the past, what I did was I never really put any kind of like promotional thought behind what I did. I just released it and like made a video about it, and that was kind of it. And I never really did anything past that one video. But this time, I've learned a lot of stuff, and I really put a lot of thought into it. Like, me and my wife took a day, and we took a bunch of pictures, like for the thumbnail that is the Rock and Roll Boot Camp, and we did a lot more stuff to it. And I was like, okay, let's do a whole beginner week of video. Like, it was just a lot of planning to it, because like I said, in the past, I would finish the video, and then I would basically just like go die for a week. Because after like editing all that stuff, I would just be like shot. I'm like, I can't even think about doing a video. But what I hadn't thought about was, okay, so you edited all these videos for like 2 weeks. Now you have to prepare all these other videos that are essentially working with your guitar course while it's available. I'm like, whoa, this has been a while since I did this. So I'm like gonna try to just keep with the momentum that I'm in right now, and work really, really hard this next week. And sorry, I saw something in the chat, but I'm just gonna work really hard this week and try to shoot enough videos where I have a week ahead of time, and then take a week off just to kind of like regroup a little bit, and then be back at it. Hey, Adam. Crazy Paul Gilbert or Pagio? He has a lot of them. Which that one? That kind of like string skipping one, you mean? That kind of stuff? Yeah, he has a lot of those. A lot of those. How does he do that one? I can't remember how it goes. That's what it is, yeah. Guitar Pit. Oh, they case arrived. I meant to message you the other day, man. I'm sorry, buddy. I'll message you after the stream, Chris. I had a picture to send you. Any Guthrie? I don't. I never really got into Guthrie. As amazing as he is, I've enjoyed listening to his stuff, but I have never sat down to learn it. Gotta calm down, Jack Jones. It's freezing cold Ohio coated. cold in Ohio. Why? What happened to global warming? Dude, yeah, it's so cold. It has been really, really cold. So we actually just put up, so like where our house is, we have our living room, and then on the back of our house we have, they years ago put on an addition, which is like a sun porch, like a Florida room. I don't know what depending on where you are, you call it different things. But that was the first area we had to get the new roof put on. But anyways, um, so there's no door there because that was originally where there's a doorway, but there's no door because that was initially an exterior door. So they put this on there, then they just took the door off. Well, the porch gets freezing cold in the winter, and unfortunately, our doorway, all of our doorways in our house are weird because our house is old. So the door is normal width, but instead of it being like an 80-inch standard height, it's 84 inches tall. And it's just like you look at any of our door, like you can see, look at how much space there is. There's a draft stopper there, but that's basically how much space there is under the door. There's a lot. And so we finally got a door. My wife actually did it. We went to the store while my dad was here in his truck, and we got this door, got all this stuff. And she put together this whole plan of how, we're just going to add the stuff to it. And her dad cut it because I think it doesn't bother her, but it like drives her crazy. Because anything to do with like power tools, like saws, I'll do it a little bit. Like we had a wet saw, like I cut all the wood for the wall and all the stone. But any kind of like cutting where your hand has to be close to that blade, I refuse to do anything at all. And actually most power tools that are other than like a drill, like hand tools, like hand saws, I won't touch them. I'm like, listen, like everything is based off of me not cutting my fingers off. So if I can avoid being involved with any kind of tool that does that, I'm just gonna not do it. So Gabby's dad cut the boards and all the stuff for us that we needed, and then I helped her hang it, but she glued it on there and did all that kind of stuff. Yes, exactly. That's the thing, a lot of people make fun of me, but it's like once I started doing guitar full time, and it became just our primary like source of income, I stopped everything that involved potentially hurting my hands, because it's like I can't afford to have something happen to my hand. So as much as I loved playing basketball, I love doing all these different things, I'm like, I can't afford someone passing me the ball, or posting up and I mess up my hands, or I fall, or like I said, I stove a finger or something like that. I'm like, it's not worth it. Like that stuff's all fun and it's good to have, those hobbies, but it ain't worth it. So even using the wet saw to cut the stone and stuff, I was fairly uncomfortable, and I think that's like the biggest thing that I've learned, working with my dad, doing construction stuff and all that, is you don't want the person who's uncomfortable operating any kind of tool that is, potentially extremely dangerous, because they're going to be way more like jumpy and not going to make the best, decision when it comes to maybe like a tough, like a quick call. So I just know, I know to stay away from all that stuff, because I'm too aware, too cautious whenever I use it, and I think that can be just as dangerous. Fumble on the play, panhandle. Safety first. Third. Yeah. So like when I worked with my dad, I wore gloves, and it's hard sometimes to do that stuff because you're at the disadvantage, because you can't feel when you're grabbing something the same way as when it's just your bare hands. But I was like, you know what? I don't care. I don't mess my hands up. Even when I do stuff around here, like little things, that you might think are dumb. I wear gloves for everything because I'm just like I don't know. I want to risk nothing when it comes to my hands. So. Hold on. Guitar hack into hizzy. Bow down, bow, 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 bow. Oh snap! Just got the email. Someone bought the guitar course. Thank you. I won't say your name out loud because I don't know if you want it said, but. I was hoping Neil would be here. I was wondering if he got. Those of you who don't know, I sold the Richie Kotzen Telecaster. But I was if Neil was here, I was gonna see if he got it. Play some Kiss. There you go. Worried about my hands. Other than minor cuts, it's been good. Can't always. Yeah, I know that's the worst thing. Like in those situations where you can't use gloves, it's really. Actually, just in general, gloves are pretty awful when you have to work with your hands because, like I said, there's no substitute for being able to feel the stuff under your fingers. Like, you just feel so much more in control. Calluses are getting tougher playing 11s. They are. My calluses were messed up. What video was it? It might have been the one that was posted today. I can't remember. It was this week after, doing all these videos. A lot of stuff was bending. And then from the week before, I played a bunch. And then I didn't play at all for 3 or 4 days. Then played a bunch again all of a sudden. The calluses on my middle finger were worn off, so I'd have to do all these bends. And in the video, I'd be like, and all of a sudden, it would hit the wrong spot, and I'd just be like, ugh. And my bend would be like, so yeah, it is fun though. I'm excited to get back to normal videos though, because I've had a lot of ideas, but like I said, this week was meant to be a more conceptual week of beginner themed videos, so I stuck with that. But I was kind of itching to get. I was like, ooh, I have this really good video I want to do. Oh, I have this video I want to do. So I had to kind of just keep in my folder of videos. I keep all these video ideas on my Wonder list. And I was just kept adding to it. I'm like, man, I'm going to have 100 video ideas by the time I get through this week. Alice Cooper? How's it do? Is that how he does it? Is that it? I'm playing it wrong, and I'm trying to think how that song goes. That's what it is, right? He starts higher. I did it backwards. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. Metalhead Hippie. Thank you so much, dude. I just bought picks today. Thank you. That's perfect. Perfect timing. Not quite as pretty as Nita. I know. Man. She's got me beat in the pretty department, the guitar department. Man. I can't compete. What can I say? Started to warm up my fingers. Switch out of mine. That's a great warm up, you know. Move it around. Still on those cursed Dragonheart picks right here. Get on it. Get on it. I did buy some Jazz 3 picks today just to try them again. I bought like the bigger ones. I don't think I like them, but I bought some of the smaller ones too. Today they got them back in stock. Do you have any tips on dialing in a tone? I can't do it on my amp. Honestly, man, that's so broad. I one of the big things I recommend. I guess I'll give you one tip that I think is really helpful. Is don't ever run your gain on 10. Even if your amp, I don't know how to describe it. If your amp has, it's not a very gainy amp, still don't run it on 10. Like, I have never heard an amp with the gain on 10 that I've played that I liked. Just rolling it back a little bit. Turn it, if you like a lot of distortion, turn it up to 10 and then knock it back just a little bit. Will make a big difference. Need that Oz ROA to match my plays. Dude, right? You totally do, man. Are you going to be at NAMM again this year, Alex? Big question. Mike, are you going to be at NAMM? Moment of truth. Are you going to be at NAMM? Answer without thinking. Whatever you say, you have to do. The answer better be yes! I'm waiting to hear from Mike. See if I'm getting ready to write the Mike is going to NAMM song. Is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? I have to watch your live stream, but the song I was gonna write the Mike's Going to NAMM song. Mike's going to NAMM, he's going to NAMM. He's going to NAMM. He's going to NAMM. He's going to NAMM. Future be told via live stream improv. Fate is sealed. Man. Might actually be a riff in there. Ooh, that'd be kind of cool. Make a song about cheese. You got cheddar, Swiss, provolone. Limburger won't leave you alone. But one thing that's a cut above the rest is the one cheese. It's pepper jack. Give me that pepper jack cheese, yeah. The best cheese that I've ever had. Pepper jack cheese, yeah. Oh, my voice is going out really bad. Ah, man. That's awfully good of you. One thing's for sure. It's awfully good for you. The pepper jack cheese blues. Give me that pepper jack blues solo. I don't know where I'm going. Man, there you go. Look at that. You asked for a song about cheese. I'll deliver. I'll deliver the song about cheese. I'm like in the middle of it. I'm like, I only know like 3 kinds of cheese. So pepper jack solo. Give me that pepper jack cheese blues. Baby, what you gonna do? It's gonna cost you some cabbage for the pepper jack blues. That's a song. It's gonna cost you some cabbage for the pepper jack blues. Mississippi cheese. Man. Oh man. Whew. Around the bend. Oh. Man, I did that in that beginner solo video. And my wife was cracking up laughing because I played the riff wrong so many times. Like I would do what I just did. It took me like 10 takes. I'm like, is this even a beginner like thing? Like I've messed up 10 different times on this. Oh no. Man, new single, Pepper Jack Blues. Government cheese blues. Need a cheese snack now. I know. When it's 3 in the morning and you need a snack or two, only one thing's gonna quench your thirst, girl. pepper jack. The pepper jack cheese blues. My voice is so shot. Oh man. Penicillin cheese blues. I like how the cheese just took over the whole live stream. That's all. That's what this live stream is now. I'm gonna change the title to "How to Write a Song About Cheese." Funny cheese story. Now that we're talking about cheese, while my dad was in town, there's a place actually in the town that I grew up of Shiloh. If you know where Shiloh is in Ohio, I don't live by there anymore, but a real small town. There's a place called Planktown Market, and he would always go there when I was a kid and get cheeses and cookies and all these different stuff. It's ran by Mennonites, so there's all like homemade stuff basically. And he went there while he was here, of course, and got this cheese, and he's like, he gets this habanero cheese, which is really, really good. And then he's like, I got this ghost pepper cheese. And I'm like, oh, is it hot? And he's like, well, I'll let you find out. And he gave me a piece of it, and I could tell right away, like, is it hot? I'm like, I'm like, I can't talk. If I talk, I'm gonna be like dying on this stuff. Like, it was instantly like smoking hot. I'm like, okay. Like, it wasn't too hot to where I couldn't eat it, but it was I'm actually Mike, thank you. I'm getting over being sick is the reason why I'm coughing so much. But yeah, I like took one bite of that cheese. I was like, oh my god, this is so hot, and I just like ate a little bit of it, and I'm like, I can't tell if anything else is hot anymore, like the habanero cheese, because my taste buds have all been just scolded off from this stuff. Yeah, if I had to write a song about ghost pepper cheese. Let's see. The habanero and the cheddar cheese. You ain't know. Oh, what is it? You all know you ain't got what I need. I need that fire. I need it now. I need some cheese. Oh, man. Play the getting over being sick lick. There's the getting over being sick riff. I don't know where it was going, but it was somewhere in there. I had it for a minute, and it was falling apart, and I knew it. Oh man, Eugene's Cheese Ball. Oh, I can play that version really, really good, actually. See? But you didn't know. I bet you didn't think I knew that version of it. Yeah, I totally do. See? That's how it goes. It's note for note. I messed it up now. Yeah, I can't play that. The cheese. P90. Yeah, man. P90. I understand, Brian. Not tuned right, but dang, I keep messing it up. Erase that from your memory. Let me play this again. Hey guys, I'm gonna play this riff that I've never played you before, right now. Almost did it again. Where has all the cheese gone? Whole lot of cheese. I just wonder, like, the people who are gonna watch this, like, later, the recap, they're just gonna be like, what are these guys doing? How's it go? Trying to remember that. I'm going brain dead. Again, here guys, I'm gonna try to play this Whole Lot of Love in one take. I haven't played it before this moment, so I'm gonna play it right now. But unfortunately, I think we're gonna have to call it a night. I'm shot, and I can tell that my hands are just falling apart on me right now. I'm just looking at the chat real quick. Still so many cheese comments. Oh man, that's great. Oh man, that is great. Oh man. Elite now ultra marketing ploy. Yeah. Could be. But other than that, guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I'll be doing a live stream. It might be 30 minutes to an hour tomorrow, probably around 1 or 2 p.m. Eastern time is what I'm going to shoot for. It's going to be mainly a Q&A about the Rock and Roll Boot Camp, how it's closing, and just any questions. I can answer them live for people. But if you haven't yet and you want to check it out, it's linked down below in the description of this video. You can check out the full course curriculum and all that good stuff. Man, thank you. But yes, most of all, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to everyone who super chatted, who was requesting cheese songs. You know how we do it. So other than that, I'm gonna bounce on out of here and get some sleep. And then, like I said, tomorrow there'll be there's a video. It's not really a lesson video. It's just saying the guitar course is closing. But Monday, then we will be back to normal kind of like YouTube video nonsense. Like I think Monday's video is about thicker strings being better than thinner strings. Oh, that's right. Let it stir. What am I going to talk about? Well, you'll see. So, thank you. Where's a good place to buy the guitar online in Canada? I only know of Lana McQuaid, I'm afraid. Is that how you say that? Ask Hack, if Hack's still here. Chocolate and cheese bread. Awesome. Well, thank you guys all so much. Have a great night. And Chris, I'll message you in here in just a second, buddy. So, yeah, other than that, I'm just going to quit. Like, I can tell I'm tired because I'm like, my mind is all over the place right now. So I'll see you all later. I can't get the hair out of my mouth. God, get out of my face, hair. And I will see you guys later. Bye, homies.